Have you ever wondered why someone who once took you for granted suddenly can't stop thinking about you? What if I told you that the key to making them crave your attention lies not in pursuing them, but in reclaiming your power? Imagine this. The person who treated you like an afterthought now finds themselves yearning for the connection they once dismissed. Sounds like a dramatic twist from a novel, but it's not. It's a natural phenomenon that unfolds when you decide to cut the strings of dependency and focus on your strength. In this video, we will dive deep into the 7 powerful reasons why giving someone space can turn the tables and make them long for your presence like never before. But here's the catch. This strategy only works if you truly understand and embrace each reason. So, if you're ready to learn how to transform your life and relationships, hit that subscribe button and join our community of Stoic thinkers. Trust me, you won't get all the insights we're about to share. Let's get started on this journey together. Number 1, the shock of unexpected growth. Let's dive into the first powerful reason someone might start craving your presence after you've given them distance. The shock of unexpected growth. Picture this. You've stepped back from someone who once treated you like a puppet, someone who perhaps took your presence for granted. They assumed you'd always be the same, predictable, always there at their beck and call. But what happens when you don't just fade into the background? What happens when you emerge as a completely transformed individual instead of retreating? This transformation isn't just about physical change. It's about growth in every sense, mentally, emotionally, and maybe even spiritually. You've taken control of your narrative, no longer defined by someone else's expectations. You've invested in yourself and your development. And this, my friends, is where the real magic happens. At first, they might not notice the change. They might think you're just going through a phase, expecting the old you to come crawling back. But when they finally see the new, stronger, more confident version of you, it's like a slap in the face. They're left scrambling, trying to figure out what happened to the person they thought they knew so well. Here's why this shock matters so much. People are naturally drawn to what they don't fully understand, to what they can't easily predict. When you show up as someone who has grown beyond their expectations, you shatter their perception of you. Suddenly, they're the ones feeling unsure and insecure, and you're the one holding the power. Remember, the only constant in life is change. By embracing this change and focusing on your growth, you're not just evolving, you're becoming someone impossible to ignore. The shock of your unexpected growth forces them to see you in a new light, and that's when they start to crave the new you, the person they never saw coming. So, always appreciate the power of your growth. When you take the time to work on becoming the best version of yourself, the impact is undeniable. You're no longer just the person they once knew. You've evolved beyond their expectations. And that, my friends, is how you turn the tables. Number 2, the envy of your newfound confidence. Now, let's delve into the third reason they might start longing for your presence after you've given them some distance. The envy sparked by your newfound confidence. Picture this. You've spent time working on yourself, focusing on your growth, and now you carry yourself with a confidence that's impossible to ignore. You're no longer the person who is hesitant or unsure, constantly seeking approval from others. Instead, you become someone who knows their worth, who strides into any room with their head held high, unafraid to take up space. This kind of confidence is powerful, and it doesn't go unnoticed. When you distance yourself from someone who took you for granted, and during that time, you build up your self-assurance, something remarkable happens. They start seeing you differently. They notice the way you speak with certainty, the ease with which you carry yourself, and they can't help but feel a twinge of envy. This isn't the harmful kind of envy, but rather the kind that makes them wish they had what you now possess. Confidence is magnetic, because it signals self-reliance. It shows that you're no longer looking to others for validation. You've found it within yourself. When they see this change in you, it's a revelation. They start questioning themselves, wondering why they don't feel that same self-assuredness. It's a humbling moment for them, realizing that while they were comfortable in their confidence, you were quietly transforming into someone far more robust and self-assured. This newfound confidence doesn't just change how they see you. It changes how they see themselves. They might have been coasting, taking your insecurities for granted, but the dynamic has shifted. You're no longer the insecure person they once knew. You've grown, evolved, and become something entirely new and compelling. There's something almost magical about confidence. It has the power to shift perceptions, to alter dynamics, and to create an irresistible attraction. When you confidently walk your path, you don't just change your life. You change how others perceive you. They begin to crave the new, confident version of you because it's something they aspire to, something they admire, and yes, something they envy. So, as you continue to build on your self-confidence, remember that it's not just about self-improvement. It's about reshaping the way others see you. As they recognize the strength you've gained, they'll find themselves drawn back to you, yearning to be a part of your life again, this time on very different terms. Number 3, the magnetic pull of self-sufficiency. Let's explore the second compelling reason why someone might begin to crave your presence after you've created some distance. The magnetic pull of self-sufficiency. Imagine this scenario. You were once deeply invested in a relationship or situation, always reaching out first and ensuring everything was okay. But now, you've shifted your focus inward, choosing to validate yourself rather than seeking it from others. You've become self-sufficient and independent, thriving on your own. There's an undeniable allure in someone who doesn't need others to feel whole. When you cultivate self-sufficiency, you send a powerful message. I'm not here because I need you. I'm here because I choose to be. This shift is not only attractive, but also transformative. It shows that you're not dependent on anyone else for your happiness or self-worth. As you focus on your growth and well-being, something interesting happens. The people who once took you for granted start to see you in a new light. Suddenly, you're not the person who was always available, always there to cater to their needs. You've become comfortable in their skin, someone who doesn't need others to complete them. And that, my friends, is incredibly compelling. The irony is that the more you focus on yourself, the more others want to be around you. It's as if your newfound independence and confidence draw them in, making them curious about what's changed. They begin to wonder what it is about you that feels different, what has given you this newfound strength. This isn't about playing games or manipulating others. It's about genuinely becoming self-sufficient and letting that inner strength shine through. When you no longer depend on others for your happiness, you become someone worth craving, someone others want to be around, not out of obligation, but out of genuine attraction to your energy and independence. In essence, self-sufficiency isn't just about being independent. It's about being whole within yourself. When you focus on your growth, you naturally become more attractive to others because you no longer seek validation from them. Instead, you're content in your own company, and that contentment is magnetic. So, as you continue on your journey of self-sufficiency, remember that this inner strength is empowering for you and incredibly attractive to others. As they see you thriving without them, they can't help but be drawn back into your orbit, craving the self-sufficient, empowered person you've become. Number 4, the realization of what they've lost. Now let's delve into the 5th reason they might start longing for your presence after you've created some distance. The stark realization of what they've lost. It's often said that we don't appreciate what we have until it's gone, and this couldn't be more true regarding relationships. They might have taken your presence for granted when you were always available. Your texts, support, and companionship were all constants in their life. But when you pull back and focus on yourself, something shifts. Days turn into weeks, and they notice the emptiness left by your absence. At first, they might brush it off, thinking it's no big deal. But slowly, it dawns on them. Life without you isn't quite as fulfilling. The small things they barely noticed before, your laughter, your advice, the way you made them feel understood, suddenly become glaringly important. This is where the power of distance comes into play. By stepping back, you give them the space to reflect on what they've lost. They start replaying memories, recalling the good times, the support you provided, and the happiness you brought into their life. In these moments of reflection, they begin to understand just how much you meant to them. And here's the thing, once they realize what they've lost, that realization hits hard. They start craving that connection, that comfort that only you provided. But they also know that things can't return to how they were. If they want you back in their life, they'll need to prove that they've changed and learned to value you as they should have all along. The phrase, "you don't know what you've got until it's gone," encapsulates this perfectly. Your absence forces them to confront the reality of what they had and what they've now lost. It's a powerful motivator, driving them to reconnect and reestablish what they let slip away. So, remember this. By stepping back, you're not just walking away. You're giving them the chance to realize your actual value. And when that realization finally hits, they'll crave your presence more than ever. Number 5, the desire to be part of your new journey. Let's explore the 6th reason they might start yearning for your presence after you've put some distance between you. The irresistible urge to be part of your new journey. When you focus on self-improvement and begin to grow, it's like you're embarking on an exciting new adventure. And nothing captures people's attention quite like the allure of something fresh and transformative. Imagine this. You've stepped back not just to create space, but to invest in yourself genuinely. You're taking on new challenges, exploring different interests, and becoming a better, more robust version of yourself. From a distance, they see these changes happening. It's as if you're evolving before their eyes, blossoming into someone even more vibrant and compelling. This transformation doesn't go unnoticed. As they observe your progress, they feel a powerful pull, a desire to be part of this exciting new chapter in your life. They see you level up, and it stirs something within them, a mix of curiosity and a bit of envy. They don't want to be left out of your journey. They want to share your successes, new experiences, and the fulfillment you're now finding. But here's the catch. They know they can't just waltz back into your life as if nothing has changed. They see that you've moved forward, and if they want to be a part of this new, improved version of your life, they'll have to step up their game. They'll need to bring something more, showing they're worthy of joining you on this journey. A powerful motivator is a desire to be part of something bigger, growing, and evolving. Your journey becomes a beacon, drawing them in and making them realize that they'll also need to succeed to be with you. It's not just about reconnecting with who you were, it's about joining you on the path to who you're becoming. Your growth and transformation spark a deep desire within them to reconnect and be actively involved in your new journey. This isn't just about regaining lost ground. It's about forging a new path that's more meaningful and aligned with the person you're becoming. And that, my friend, is incredibly compelling. Number 6, the intrigue of unpredictability. Let's move on to the 4th reason they may start craving your presence after you've given them some space. The intrigue created by your newfound unpredictability. Imagine for a moment that they thought they had you all figured out. You were predictable, reliable, and always there when they needed you. They knew your habits and routines and how you would react in certain situations. But then you pulled back, created some distance, and started focusing on yourself. Suddenly, You're not so easy to read anymore. You're no longer predictable, and that's where the intrigue begins. Unpredictability has a way of breaking the monotony and making people curious. They start to wonder what's happening with you, why you've changed, and what you will do next. This curiosity is a powerful force. When someone can't easily predict your actions, they become more attentive, more engaged, and more interested in what you're doing. Think about it like this. When you were always available, always doing the same things, they didn't have to think much about you. But now, every move you make seems new, different, and mysterious. People are naturally drawn to what they can't easily understand. It's like watching a movie with unexpected plot twists. You can't help but stay glued to the screen, wondering what will happen next. This unpredictability gives you subtle control over the dynamic of the relationship. When they can't predict your actions, they're more likely to keep checking in, trying to figure out what you're up to. It shifts the balance of power in your favor. Instead of you always being the one wondering what they're doing, now they're the ones wondering about you. The philosopher Alan Watts once said, "The only way to make sense of change is to plunge into it, move with it, and join the dance." By embracing change and allowing yourself to be unpredictable, you're not just going with the flow, but leading it. You're setting the rhythm, and they're trying to keep up. In essence, unpredictability makes you interesting again. It draws them in, makes them curious, and keeps them thinking about you more and more. This shift in your behavior creates an allure that's hard to resist, making them crave your presence in ways they never did before. So, embrace the unknown, keep them guessing, and watch as the intrigue you create pulls them closer to you. Number 7. The fear of losing you to someone else. Let's dive into the final reason why they'll start craving your presence after you've given them distance. The fear of losing you to someone else. This reason strikes deep because it's fueled by one of the most primal emotions, fear. Specifically, the fear that someone else will see the value in you that they once took for granted. Picture this. You've pulled back, refocused on yourself, and begun to thrive. You're exuding confidence and self-sufficiency, embracing new experiences. From a distance, they watch this transformation, and suddenly, a wave of anxiety hits them. What if someone else notices what they missed? What if someone new steps in and appreciates you for all you are? This fear is a powerful motivator. It forces them to reconsider their past actions, to realize that they could lose you to someone who sees your worth more clearly than they ever did. The thought of you moving on with someone else, someone who truly values you, creates a sense of urgency and desperation. No one wants to see someone they once connected with find happiness elsewhere, especially when they know they could have had that with you. This isn't just about the fear of losing you. It's about the fear of someone else enjoying your best version, the version they've ignored or overlooked. It's the fear of being replaced, of seeing someone else make you happier than they ever did. This kind of fear can drive them to take action, to try to reclaim a place in your life before it's too late. So, have you ever experienced someone trying to come back into your life because they feared losing you to someone else? This fear can be a wake-up call, making them realize that they must up to keep you in their life. It's a reminder that when you focus on becoming the best version of yourself, you naturally create a value that others won't want to lose. And it's in that realization that they understand they either need to rise to the occasion or risk losing you for good. Conclusion: reclaiming your power and embracing your worth. In this journey of self-discovery and growth, we've explored the powerful reasons why giving someone distance can make them crave your presence like never before. From the shock of your unexpected growth to the magnetic pull of your newfound self-sufficiency, every step you take towards bettering yourself shifts the dynamic in your favor. Your confidence becomes enviable, your unpredictability intriguing, and your absence a stark reminder of the value you brought into their life. As they realize what they've lost and desire to be part of your new journey, the fear of losing you to someone else becomes a powerful motivator. These reasons all boil down to one core truth. When you focus on your growth, happiness, and self-worth, you create a life that others naturally want to be part of. So, what's the next step? It's time to put these insights into action. Focus on becoming the best version of yourself. Not to win someone back, but to honor your worth. Let your growth be the wake-up call for those who once took you for granted. As we wrap up, remember this. The power to transform your life is in your hands. You create a world where others crave your presence by embracing your strength and recognizing your value. If you found this message helpful, don't forget to like, subscribe, and share this video with someone who needs to hear it. Your journey is just beginning, and I can't wait to see where it takes you. Stay awesome, stay strong, and never settle for less than you deserve.